Hey everyone, it's Matt here with Nightrun Studio and welcome back to the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Unity. In this series, we're taking 10 lessons at 10 minutes or less each, and we're going to make a simple platformer together. In our last video, we added tile mapping in order to create much more interesting levels more quickly. That said, it doesn't do us much good if we can't ever leave this original level. And so in this video, we're going to introduce the Cinemachine package. This is a great add-on in Unity that allows you to follow your player easily, but also do some other cool effects like looking ahead of the player, creating dead zones, and if you're headed in the 3D or cinematic direction, there is almost unlimited options. Alright, that's where we're headed in this video. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to actually download the Cinemachine package. We can do this by going up to the top of the screen to Window. We'll then go to Package Management and Package Manager. Now once we get inside of here, it's going to show us the packages already in our project, and we want to look at the registry. Here you can type in CIN for Cinemachine and then go ahead and install the package. Once you've done that, you can close this window. Let's head over to our hierarchy where we can now right click and we'll have a new option for Cinemachine. Here I'm going to select targeted camera and specifically the 2D camera. Now a Cinemachine camera is not actually a camera itself. What it does is it controls your camera. So I'm just going to move it up here with my camera, and right off the bat you'll notice that we have this tracking target box. If we drag our player in there, the camera will now recenter itself on the player, and wherever he goes, it's going to follow. If I click on the game view, you get a really good crosshair view of exactly what the camera is seeing. We can also go to lens where you can change the size in order to affect the zoom level. Now down at the bottom we've got a target tracking box where you can actually make a little bit of an offset. So if you'd like your camera to be centered just a little above the player so you can see more of the sky, you can add some values to the Y and it will move upward. You can play around with this however you like. Now I'll just drag my sky out a little larger, and when I hit play we can see that the camera is indeed following the player quite nicely. Now there are a couple of neat features worth looking at here, like the dead zone, which when you click it on, you can choose the size of it. The way this works is it just creates a box, and as long as that little yellow circle is inside of it, the camera won't move. This keeps you from having a jerky camera that's constantly repositioning itself every time you make a micro movement, and instead you have to actually move a significant amount before the camera starts to follow you. You can play around with the values there. The other thing I'd like to show you is the Lookahead. This simply allows it so that when you push to the right, the camera slowly moves further ahead of you in order to show what's coming. This is especially helpful in games where the player may need to anticipate, especially in precision platformers and that sort of thing, or an endless runner, where things are coming at you quickly and you want them to be able to see ahead when they're running. You can play around with different values, as this can actually feel kind of jerky and weird, but it can also be quite helpful in some situations. We've now got a camera that follows us nicely, and we've got a little extra control over just how it follows us. This is starting to feel more and more like a game, except that we kind of need some sort of an objective. So in the next video, we're going to add some coins so that we have a purpose in the game in terms of actually collecting those coins. Hope to see you in that video. Until then, this is Matt with Nightrun Studio. Cheers.